Anarchy, bringing you the chaos.
I'm Chess Game.
And I'm Goblin. In green.
And welcome to another movie review. We're going to be doing Star Wars Rogue One.
Oh.
Let's get into it here.
Oh. Okay,
right.
So where do we want to be?
Where should we start?
Story was
Bad boy.
Okay, so this is essentially this story is how they got the Death Star plans in A New Hope. Is pretty much the story.
Yeah.
By and large,
And that's
this explains a lot more details with the Death Star, and you get a lot more heroes out of it. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
it connects the movies very well together.
I mean,
like right there.
like I said after we watched it, like George Lucas, this is how you make a prequel.
Yeah, George,
Take
if
notes,
you're watching
son.
this movie, this
Sorry,
is how
I mean-
you do a prequel.
I mean, like, listen, like, I grew up with your prequels, but this was way better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your prequels sucked.
Blood.
Come on, guys.
They make
This
nothing of value in this society.
This compared to like any of the prequels.
Yeah, I know.
Come
This
on,
is
don't eat. There's
prime,
no competition.
okay?
There's none.
This is a shit.
I feel fully fine saying that because there's nothing in the old prequels
I'm sorry.
to even like stand a little fucking
True.
chance of being close.
You know what? I'm gonna win. General Grievous was better than the villain they had. Sorry.
Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
But the only got killed
They
off
were
at the
running.
beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
That's my only defense for the prequels is like General Grievous was really cool.
I don't know. It started off really strong.
It slows down
True.
and it has a rough pace sometimes. I don't know if you guys noticed that too.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah,
And
definitely
exactly
in the
in the
middle.
middle.
It slows right down for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then it gets going again.
Like the beginning is interesting. It's like okay, and in the middle it slows down. But fucking the end, it just like.
The end was like. That's a fucking war zone right there.
That's a fucking war zone. I don't know. What about the theme of the movie? Like because it's not like Awakens. It's like yay.
Well, this
more like-
I like the tone of this movie a lot more than a lot of others.
It's a lot darker, a lot grittier.
It's more like,
I liked how no one was like omni-powerful in this movie.
I know.
It was just people who.
Except for the Empire.
Sure.
Well, yeah, but the Empires could still get fucking wrecked by one ship.
Exactly.
They were just fucking.
Exactly.
So, like, I mean, like, I liked how it was more, like,
They got the scale.
yeah, it was more like, it was more personal, it was more human, I should say.
Exactly.
A lot of the characters were a little more human
Yeah.
and more weak than, like,
Exactly.
Jedis.
And you feel for them. They're like, holy shit, this
Well, they're working with soldiers and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's definitely a lot weaker. One thing I'm gonna say, just off the bat here, if you're one of those fans that's like expecting a big battle scene where Vader just goes in and like just destroys everything, tanks and everything, don't get your
It'd be
hopes.
cool, but
He
not.
gets one scene and it's very quick.
It is cool though.
Yeah.
He still has his presence there, but
Yeah, the
Don't
director
expect that
did a
much.
really good job of illustrating that this is a war and it's hopeless,
yes.
and that they.
And we'll need a new hope!
No, but yeah, you really do feel like, holy shit, this is intense. And there was like a lot of times where I was actually like, oh god.
Also, I gotta say,
Yeah,
the
right.
CGI characters were done well for what they could
True.
do.
And some practical.
Tarkin.
Yeah, we got a
There you
mixture of both practical and CGI.
Yes.
I like it when they do that.
Perfect.
They do CGI when they
fuck.
need to, and they do practical when they need to.
Yeah.
See, Lucas? That's how you do your effects.
Everything CGI.
Everything CGI or
Yeah.
everything practical.
Yes.
There's no in between,
But
right?
yeah, and the aliens all looked cool. They
Yeah.
looked fucking awesome.
And some of the aliens from A New Hope, like they bump into the.
Yeah, they bump
That
into
was cool.
They bump into Pigman and Vagina Face.
Pigman and Vagina Face, as they will be known as.
I'd also like to talk about scale in this movie.
True.
Everything felt
Yeah.
big.
Mhm.
The Death Star felt fucking huge. That's one of the biggest
Yeah.
problems with a lot of I feel like things looked a lot bigger in this movie than they did in like a lot of other movies.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like the only thing that matched it was like Starkiller Base, and even then you didn't get to see it compared to a planet. Or like going over a sun
Yeah,
and blotting out the sun.
Yeah, that was
Right?
intense.
I enjoyed it, and the Star Destroyers looked as
Yes.
there's the grand scale.
Yeah, there's actually a sick shot where you
Yeah.
see it on top of like a big mountain,
Yeah.
right? Just floating, and you're like, holy fuck.
You also see like the Death Star in front of a moon at one
Yeah.
point. That was very cool.
And also the planets were varying too. I'd also like to point out the costume design was on point
Yes.
in the movie too.
Fucking awesome.
Great
Definitely.
costume
Wow. I mean,
10 out of 10.
I mean, the stormtroopers looked very varying. I like how they showed like more specific what the Empire does. Like they showed like camps, jails.
That was one of the things
I really liked that.
I want to see more of that in the future, but that they definitely did a good job.
Because in a lot of Star Wars movies, you don't really see that.
Yeah, true. But
you don't see like what the Empire does like in the background.
Yeah.
I like how they. You know what I like about this movie? How they answer the questions with the Death Star that everyone had. Like, who the fuck would make a Death Star with an opening that can destroy the Death Star?
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, the designer.
Yeah.
It's
very clever. Good job. The director and writer did a very good job on this.
Thank you for addressing that question.
Yes.
Yeah, and all the whole like cyber crystals and whatnot.
They managed to turn around.
They actually showed the lightsaber crystals.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which they never show.
And the temple, you have that. So.
Okay, so Jin, our main character. Jin Erso.
She was good. She was a powerful character.
Yeah.
She was very quiet, and at first I was confused because she suddenly knew how to fight and stuff, but then they explained that she was in the military and stuff. So at least they explained it, and that was very cool.
Yes.
Unlike fucking... What's her face? Sorry.
Whoa, which one?
The main character. Ray.
Ray, yeah.
Sorry, we'll edit it.
Ray just gave
Unlike Ray, where she's just like, I can just fight, I can know.
Yeah, I can beat a
She grew up in a desert, ergo, fight.
No,
yeah.
I would say Jin, she's more like simple. She wasn't really that, she was just like, you know, she talked a little bit.
She carried the plot well.
Yes.
Do you like to point out that he defeats like a bunch of stormtroopers with a fucking stick?
How sad is it that the clone troopers take on like an army of Jedi and the stormtroopers get beat by a blind dude with a stick?
Yeah.
Who doesn't even know how to fully use the Force.
Yeah, we should get into that. The clones were better warriors than the stormtroopers by far.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Why would they like get rid of them? It's retarded. Like all points in this movie just point to the clones being such better troopers. Yeah. They took down the entire Jedi Council, all of the Jedis. There are billions of Jedis. The stormtroopers can't take down a blind man in a market. Okay?
Who sort of knows the Force.
Who sort of can use the Force to see.
Okay, it's Prime. And then what? His friend, his buddy,
Baze.
Baze, whatever.
Your favorite?
The machine.
He's got a cool name too.
You're a generic machine gun guy.
Yeah, I definitely bought like their friendship. That was cool. I did. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I like how they gave them a bit of an arc.
Yeah,
where like the strong guy didn't believe in the Force.
Yeah.
And they gave it like a bit of an arc. Not overshadowing the plot, but they gave them an arc.
Just a little, a peak interest.
K 250.
Okay, this is my favorite character, definitely.
Awesome.
He was like C-3PO but kicked ass.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it.
He was sassy as shit.
He was
awesome. He was cool.
Great.
I'm sorry guys, but like legitimately with that, like sorry Star Wars fans, but it's probably one of the best roles. I mean, just destroy C-3PO in every category. He can run.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Exactly. And like you feel for him. You do feel for him.
Yeah.
Also, he goes out like a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. All he needs is the little robot companion.
Exactly.
And then
let's move on to Orson, the director Orson, the villain.
Oh yeah, the white dude.
Yeah.
The white dude.
Literally.
That description. There you guys go.
He wears white.
I sort of they should have done more with him. I'm sorry.
Definitely. Yeah. I did not.
It should have been Thrawn.
Legit.
Should have been Thrawn.
Like he was a dick, yeah.
Or Tarkin or someone.
Yeah. He's a dick, but I don't know.
Should have been.
My biggest problem is he feels like such an underdeveloped villain. Yeah. The entire movie, I'm like, I don't know about this guy. I don't care about this guy.
Yeah.
Vader just didn't kill him.
He didn't do that much.
I wish, like we were just talking about, like when he's like, we do this for the glory of the Empire. I really wish, like he was like that. Like the Empire does nothing wrong.
Exactly.
Like I really wish.
Yeah, that would have been a good.
Like he was like that. Yeah. He showed it a bit, but it felt like
it felt like they were trying to do it, but they didn't want him at the same time.
Yeah, Captain Cassian or whatever.
I'll say this: I did feel like his character definitely like you feel like he's been through a lot. He's like struggling with something.
Do you like the weird Hispanic flair?
Yeah. I know,
sometimes he sounded super Hispanic. Sometimes he was like, okay.
But you do because he's always like looking and he's like looking away and shit.
I was
definitely.
I kind of felt the same with him as I did with Jin. Really.
True. Yeah.
Like
they just.
Also, what's up with the crystal around her neck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was
by the way.
Yeah.
I think that was given by the mother.
It was by her mom.
I know, but like
I thought it would lead to more, but no.
I thought she'd shove it in a lightsaber and go kill someone.
Yeah.
Nope, apparently not.
I was wondering if her mother was a Jedi because her mother's clothes looked like Jedi clothes.
Same with they were wearing robes and stuff.
I mean,
yeah, that kind of necklace is kind of like, oh.
Also, our
that looks like. Oh, okay.
Whoopsies.
Clone Man. Cyborg
Also,
Clone Man.
The beginning crawl, I missed it. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Okay.
Just gonna say, watching the beginning crawl gets me in the mood for the movie. It gets me excited, gets me pumped, gets me in the mindset to watch a Star Wars movie. And without it, I just felt like I was missing something a little at the beginning.
Just to note, I don't care.
It says the long galaxy far, far away, and then
sure, they shouldn't have done it.
It was just I love the big music and the title comes on.
Yeah.
For me, when I was a kid, that was always like a big part of it.
Oh, speaking of the music, by the way, the soundtrack.
The music was good though. I will say.
I actually like this music a bit more than The Force Awakens.
Yes, I don't know if I do. I'm kind of in the. I'm kind of
because they had I think they sampled from the classic composer.
Yeah.
So a lot of the music that they had was based off of the classic from The New Hope.
Definitely.
It was John Williams based. Anyways, so you want to talk about Saw?
Yes.
That's his name.
The
cyborg guy.
He was a clone trooper in the Clone Wars, Random One. You get to see him in like 2 episodes or some shit. Would have rather had Rex, but you know.
I'm just looking at him like we've had all this build up to like this guy.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Like they took like the internet was going crazy over this guy, wondering who he was.
He's an extremist.
Yeah, and then he just sort of dies.
Yeah, and then he did.
It was super disappointing, and the fact they could have made him like Mace Windu or some cool, really character.
Sure.
I was waiting for them to be like, yeah.
It would have been cool, you know.
But no.
Maybe, yeah. He was kind of disappointing for me.
His acting was on point though.
Yeah,
it's just the character. It wasn't.
I felt that they I like the idea. I like the idea of the rebels fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he wanted to just.
True, because he was causing trouble.
But then he just dies.
Yeah.
That whole thing's thrown out the fucking window.
It's gone. What were 3 new things in this movie that you guys thought worked and would like to see in future Star Wars?
I want to see what happens to people who get detained by the Empire more.
Okay,
sure, fair.
So people get arrested by the Empire. I really want to see that.
Right.
I want to see a bit more with these crystals because the fact of the matter is, people are still finding these goddamn crystals. So
True enough.
Right. And I did like some of the references to the prequels, even though I don't like the prequels. I do like some references to it.
True enough.
Because it did kind of happen.
Yeah.
And I like the sense of scale.
Yeah.
And the effects and stuff. It was really
Alright, so
that was 4.
Travis?
That's
fine.
Any 3 things?
3 things that they did new in this movie that you would like to see in future Star Wars movies. The 3 things they did right there.
I would say the whole space, the space battles. That was way fucking better. Way better.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Also all the planets. That was cool.
Yeah.
How they incorporated. It was quick, but it was really awesome to see all those different planets and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know. I liked how people looked in this one better.
Yeah.
Way better.
The
costume design was really cool in this. So yeah, they could transfer that over. And the CG.
Yeah.
I don't know if something felt different about the CG shit, but I don't know. It looked better.
I only got it when they had dead people.
Yeah.
CGI.
Fair.
Not to say it was horrible, but I was like, I know Peter Cushing is dead.
It's probably the colors because it was green and fucking that looked cool. But no.
I definitely like the various planets. I like the setting changing. That's always nice. It kept it fresh, kept it going.
Yeah.
I also like the planetary shield. I would like to see that more.
Sure, yeah.
Those are really cool idea. We've
cool.
never really seen them that close up and that well done. I don't know if that was the same shield they used on Kashyyyk or Endor, in the Return of the Jedi.
Maybe.
It might be, because they did say there was a shield around the planet.
That was from the ground, I believe.
Yeah.
They shot a laser up from the ground and it made the shield.
So I would like to see more of these planetary shields and what they might have used them for. Also, I gotta say the CGI characters. I really enjoyed them and I would like to see them in the future.
I don't mind.
I wouldn't even mind if they did a prequel and Obi-Wan was a CGI character if they were able to do it. That would be cool.
Yes.
I like the idea of you preserving the character and the actor who played that role and did such a great job of it. I like that they didn't get a different Tarkin actor to play it.
Exactly. It's funny because they got a different guy to just do the walk in.
But it's still Tarkin. It still looks like that. That's awesome.
And I don't mind. Yeah, I thought
it would be weird or look weird, but it worked. It worked with the movie well. And I would like to see this in future movies, not just Star Wars, any movies. This is awesome. Jurassic Green is going first.
I'll give it
He knows good company.
Goblin just realized
8.3 out of 10.
Oh, there we go. An 8.3 out of 10.
I fucking love this shit. It's just it cruised in the beginning. It was fine. It was like, okay, you're like developing everything. In the middle was kind of slow, but you're like, okay, still it's Star Wars, whatever the fuck. But like the sheer, like you gotta watch it for yourself. The sheer like epicness, that just
the scale,
dude, it's intense. It's awesome. So yeah, because of that,
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
That's fair. That's fair.
Only because it would be 8, but they missed some opportunities that I think should have been explored a bit further. But everything else aside from that was really good.
Because there were things I liked about it and things that I missed about it. I think I'm gonna have to give it like a 7.7 or 8. 7.8. I'll give it a 7.8 out of 10. I enjoyed the movie. There were some problems with the villain and stuff. Yeah. But the big thing for me is The Force Awakens was so special for me because it's been so long since we had a good Star Wars movie. Lucas. Fuck. And so if you're looking for a movie to go to before Christmas or after Christmas.
Or during Christmas.
Or during Christmas, if that's what you do. Definitely this movie. We are recommending it. You got the 100%. Nerds United seal of approval. Go to this movie. Fun. I'm Anarchy, bringing you the chaos.
Alcatraz Gaming.
Alcatraz in green.
And I'm Goblin.